Excited to have the opportunity to introduce you to our innovative EINST4INE project. As I walk around our campus, I want to share with you the essence of what EINST4INE is all about. EINST4INE is a collaborative effort aimed at pushing the boundaries of scientific exploration in the field of digital transformation. Through this project, we are nurturing the next generation of research talent, represented by our 15 exceptional ESR. They are the driving force behind our mission to uncover new insights, develop groundbreaking technologies, and make meaningful contribution to society. Over the next few minutes, you'll hear direct from each of our ESR. Let's dive into the future of World of Einstein and see the future of science in action.
Work Package 1 addresses the crucial human aspects of digital transformation within the EINST4INE project. We are specifically investigating how individuals and teams interact with collaborative robots, service robots, and AI-driven financial advisors. Our aim is to understand and enhance these interactions to ensure more inclusive, effective, and sustainable digital transformation strategies.
In this video, I would like to talk about my recent project related to human robot interaction using vision and universal robot. Manual fabric inspection is time consuming, prone to error, and it required huge manpower. That is why we developed real-time defect detection system using vision and universal robot. The proposed algorithm is programmed to detect 13 different defects and raise alarm when the defect is detected. The universal robot is connected with the conveyor belt and programmed to move above the fabric. When the fabric arrives for inspection, the sensor attached with the conveyor belt provides signal to the robot to start the inspection. Thank you very much. Thanks for listening.
So, I'm Philip Jennis, I'm ESR number 3 and I'm a PhD student here at St. Anna University. Focus on understanding the implementation of cobots or collaborative robots in an industrial setting.
Cobots are designed to work alongside humans, combining the strength of both machines and human skills. However, the integration does not come without challenges. My study reveals significant barriers such as technical complexities, organizational adjustments, and cultural concerns like job displacement, fears, and safety issues.
My research through literature reviews and case studies has offered several insights into the adoption barriers of cobots. At the last part of my journey, I will undertake a secondment at Arena 2036, doing a secondment at large manufacturing companies, investigate cobot adoption, and compare them to SMEs in our ecosystem. Thank you.
Perhaps you have used an AI to look up something like this before. Or you used the internet to find an answer in something like that. Probably you have been standing in front of those machines one day. You might also be way too familiar with these little machines as well. For some years now, AI and COVID-19 have driven how service interactions occur. This has led me to wonder, how does self-service technology change traditional service delivery? And also, how does it affect workers? As such, I am exploring this question at the intersection of service automation, augmented work, and self-service technologies, aiming to explore new models of service delivery and to provide guidance for research, practice, and policy, in particular for the financial and healthcare sector, to empower individuals, democratize service, and improve working conditions. If you'd like to hear more, don't hesitate to get in touch.
I am Alejandra, ESR5, and my PhD project is related to healthcare robotics. So, in the beginning of my PhD journey, I collected data in different healthcare settings like a nursing home and hospitals, where a mobile telepresence robot was being tested. And there I found very interesting findings about the paradoxical effects that these robots have on the perceptions of meaningful work for healthcare staff. And then I was curious about the design and development of robots for healthcare. So I collected data in a tech startup that is creating these technology, and it was very interesting to understand more about the professionalization journey that was triggered when they tried to enter the healthcare market. So overall, I'm trying to understand the paradoxes and tensions that emerge from these phenomena and how to navigate them.
Senior management often struggles with making informed decisions regarding emerging technologies. Therefore, Work Package 2 investigates how digital tools and methods, such as augmented reality, can enhance decision-making and support digital transformation. Additionally, the project will identify which organizational capabilities, structures, and processes may impede these efforts.
Scenarios are useful to consider alternative futures and challenge mental models about what could happen. However, scenarios may not influence judgments when people have strong preferences, biases, or when scenarios are considered implausible. This can lead to ignoring threats and opportunities for the company. In our research, we create immersive visualizations of possible futures using artificial intelligence and expose participants to such experiences, trying to understand how such tools affect decision-making. With the rise of generative AI, creating compelling VR experiences is becoming more accessible and affordable than ever. These tools can play an important role in fighting biases and inertia when taking strategic decisions about the future. Soon, we'll be able to share insights on how to best use these technologies to take better decisions about the future. Get in touch to learn more about our research and insights.
In my research, I'm looking at AI and work identity, which is the answer to the question, who am I at the workplace? For this also the question, what do I do, is quite important, because we build our work identity in close connections to the tasks that we perform and the agency we feel about them. With the rise of AI, we have a technology that can learn and shows agency itself, and now enters the workplace. So when using AI to augment our skills, we experience a change in our tasks and a disruption in our perceived agency. And as a result, our core beliefs about who we are at work can be challenged. And this can impact our work satisfaction, motivation, and quality of work. My research demonstrates that people react to the use of AI quite differently, often by employing strategies to deal with the tensions they face, or by even adapting their work identity. All these things need to be considered to employ AI appropriately and to ensure that we and AI will work well together in the future.
Innovation often stems from processes like open innovation, where companies indirectly interact by sharing common goals, locations, or platforms. Work Package 3 aims to enhance understanding of how innovation ecosystems emerge and how enabling technologies can drive complementary ecosystems, especially within the context of Industry 4.0.
Everybody, my name is Parul and I'm excited to share my research from Einstein. I started with this question, how technologies enable emergence of innovation ecosystems. And to answer this question, I looked at two different perspectives, one from the perspective of the technology and another from the perspective of the organization structure. Basically, both of them are two sides of the same coin. If you look at technologies, how technologies are enabling emergence of innovations and their ecosystems, and what are the organization structures that we need to foster these technology and innovations further. To delve deeper, I conducted two different case studies, one from the technology perspective at Enel, looking at their hydrogen innovation ecosystem within the European energy crisis, and second, looking at the automotive industry ecosystem in Stuttgart and how a global innovation intermediary is playing a major role in fostering connections for innovation. I'm excited to share my results further and looking forward to interact with everybody. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Finn, ESR number 11 at the University of Stuttgart. I'm here in the Arena 2036, where we redefine the mobility of tomorrow. As you may know, Stuttgart is closely connected to the German car manufacturing industry, and it only makes sense that I will connect my research with this. In the last few years, we experienced a fundamental shift from combustion to electric engines, and the industry was caught by surprise. Looking back at the long development of electric engines, this should not have been the case. I wanted to understand how incumbents prepared and reacted to this change. For this, we analyzed the three major car companies in Germany: Volkswagen, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz. We looked at 20 years of patent data to map the knowledge flows during that time. What we found is that as they struggled to come up with the knowledge required, Bosch stepped up and became a central source of knowledge in the new innovation ecosystem. If you would like to know more about this, feel free to read the full paper. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Pisa. See you then.
Hi everyone, I'm Jolvin Sumejo. I'm a PhD student at Aarhus University in Denmark, and my PhD focuses on the social evaluation of digital innovations in public context. Particularly, I'm looking at the case of blockchain voting in public elections, and blockchain voting can be considered an online voting system that uses blockchain to increase the security of elections. However, this, as many other digital innovations in this public context, can be considered contested innovations. And this is why I'm trying to understand how organizations can deal with these negative evaluations, how this can be prevented, and even how negative social evaluations emerge. So if you want to know more about it, feel free to reach out.
Innovation ecosystems comprise diverse actors with varying motives, aims, resources, and capabilities. EINST4INE aims to deepen understanding of how these ecosystems are orchestrated through formal mechanisms, technical tools, and digital interfaces, as well as relational and social practices. The project also explores how innovation ecosystems address challenges, including environmental sustainability.
Innovation is thought to be the lifeblood of progress. However, to truly unlock its potential, we need to understand how to coordinate innovation efforts. Starting with the groundwork, my doctoral journey began with reading and understanding the literature on innovation ecosystems and network orchestration. Then immersing myself in the field in Germany, learning from research coordinators at Arena 2036 and ecosystem leaders at Spinverse in Finland. Back at the office, along with my co-authors, we code and interpret our field data, uncovering insights that help to grasp the intricacies of orchestration. Our research aims to unveil the underlying mechanisms for effective orchestration of knowledge and innovation ecosystems. Developing these insights and more, I've recently been over in Australia working on research topics of circular innovation and the Anthropocene. As I continue to explore ecosystem orchestration with my return to Finland, I hope to finalise my findings and PhD research in the next year or so. Orchestrating innovation ecosystems is all about creating a symphony of collaboration, creativity and impact, which is something I endeavour to do in my research too, so please follow along this journey and reach out to learn more.
The industrial sector is currently reshaping its business models and interorganizational ties to address grand challenges like climate change. My research focuses on these ties, firstly by examining together with the company NextChem how green technologies influence the openness of firms and how it influences the types of partnerships that form in that process. Here we find that companies gradually open up as the beginning often requires exclusive partnerships and secrecy due to the unique physical and supply chain characteristics. We then examine together with NLX how companies are adopting digital technologies and platforms. Here, as data stands at the core of sustainable product and service development, we find how NLX integrates and shares diverse data sources and how it has helped the company to scale rapidly. Lastly, we take a look at the retail sector's shift towards circular business models, investigating the alignment of traditional and sustainable business practices. Taken together, we want to understand how open innovation can be leveraged to develop sustainable practices.
As we come to this research journey of our ESRs, I'm fulfilled with optimism for the future. The dedication, passion and ingenuity displayed by each of them are truly inspiring. It's clear that the EINST4INE project is not just about advancing knowledge, it's about shaping the future of our field and leaving a lasting impact on society. As we go forward, let's continue to keep up the pace and support our talents of the ESRs in our project and pave the way for the future. Together we can achieve great things and pave the way for a brighter tomorrow. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and I hope to see you all very soon again.